So it's been really quite rewarding to work with Plato Partnership. We're very pleased to have this second conference, and I think what we're doing now is that, and what we've been doing for a period of time, is really building sort of the network of academics who could be interested in working on these very important issues of sort of policy and regulatory and business importance. Many of them are here actually presenting their work. And so they're being exposed to issues, they're being exposed to possibilities. So we're now, this conference is just one way, sort of, if you will, for this talent to be attracted to issues, to understand it, so then we can really produce something massively impactful. MIFID II has kicked in in the beginning of this year, and so we're sort of in the early stages of MIFID II. But what we're already seeing is that there's a diversity of venues, systematic internalizers, periodic auctions, existing lit facilities, and we're seeing how both brokers and asset managers, buy-side firms, are now adjusting to this environment, how they're moving volume around, how they're analyzing what is the best way for them to execute trades. And I think it's also the time when the regulators are finally looking at what has been the impact of it, at least some preliminary analysis of has what we intended actually materialized. I think very important kinds of topics that we are going to be discussing going forward is sort of the optimal market structure. What is the optimal structure? How much of trading should be done in lit venues? How much of trading should be done in periodic auctions, systematic internalizers? And what should it respond to? These are sort of the questions. The system is going to stabilize over time. We're sort of now in transition period where we're going from the previous regime to the new regime. And so understanding from the data how system is evolving and adjusting it, because regulators are adjusting the system as they see how it's evolving, is going to be really quite critical for what we're going to be looking at. Academia is really quite important in terms of understanding where things are going. We in the sort of the research community, especially in the research community that has to do with market structure, market design, have been working for decades now with very complex data and with very sophisticated models. So we have the pool of talent that is sort of available now that could be attracted and put to use to sort of supplement the efforts of regulators and market participants to really provide scientifically sound answers to the questions that are of interest to the whole ecosystem, if you will.